Mwanahamisi Singano on disaster risk.
My name is Mwanahamisi Singano. I work with WIDU, Women's Environment and Development Organization, as Director of Policy.
In June 2025, Intersectionalities.org met up with Mwanahamisi at the Global Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction.
So the global platform, the platform is really in the name that this is just a platform where governments and all stakeholders come together to share what they're doing when it comes to disaster risk reduction, what are the issues, what are the challenges, but what is also the progress that has been made. So it's the space where ideas are being put to test, collaborations have been formed, partnership been formed as well, and there is a lot of exchange and learning.
About WIDU.
Our work is really to make sure the voices of women are being heard, their work is being recognized, their solutions are being appreciated, their leadership is acknowledged. But more importantly, we are also here to make sure that the challenge and the plea of the women is also being recognized and investment have been channeled in the right way. With all honesty, it's really hard to be positive in the world where still we are witnessing more disaster now than before. So in many cases, we are going off track and we have a lot of new risks that have been created because of the climate change. So the world is not a safe place. Whether it's the earthquake, it's heat waves, it's tsunamis, literally now, every community in one way or the other is being impacted. However, there is a lot of work that has been done, for example, to mobilize communities. Most of the women's group are no longer waiting for government to come up and show up. They are stepping up. They are building resilience communities. They are coordinating and doing disaster risk preparations and preparedness. They have their own infrastructure on how they inform their community and how they keep each other safe. They are doing collective work on rebuilding back after the disasters.
Our collective responsibility.
This is our world. We have a responsibility to fix it. But those who are supposed to do the major investment, for example, being it cutting emissions so that we don't make the climate crisis to the level that it will really not support life on Earth, they are not doing their part. So that means the burden continue to be on the shoulders of the women and the communities. We have seen the global platform as compared to previous year. There is a lot of uh, inclusion. We have seen people with a disability are fairly represented, not to the extent that we would have wished, but it's a step in the right direction. We have seen different women's groups are also presented here. Academia, media, and all other stakeholder group are here. At least that recognition that you cannot paint all of us in one brush. We are different with the different needs and the different response measures. That is a step in the right direction.
How do we leave no one behind?
So there are two approaches to this. There is one approach where we need to bring everyone into one space. But in our own grouping, we should also be intentional to be inclusive, right? So we should reach out to women from informal sectors, we should reach out to traders, we should reach out to women with disabilities, etc. However, the other approach is also to be comfortable to understand those different groups can and should organize differently. The idea is not to kill every group and everyone to be in one group, but let's the self-organizing happen, but let's ensure that there is linkages and communication between these different groups so that we are able, even if you are not in the room, I can be able to advance your agenda.
A message to intersectional communities.
So one, I think embrace who you are. That's the most important. You are who you are because you are who you are. We really have to embrace who we are and speak our truth and engage in the process and claim those spaces. The really ground for change is in our communities. Let's provide leadership there. Let's engage. Let's advance change. Let's be the change that we want to see.
Holding powers accountable.
But also, let's hold accountable those who are supposed to do the work. Because often in these messages, it can be seen that we are putting the burden on women to fix the world. That's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking is let's do our part, but also doing our part is also holding accountable, and let's be vocal. Let's not be intimidated by the state, by the money, by the power. They have responsibility and they need to deliver on their responsibility, and we need to demand them delivering on that responsibility. Shouldn't feel that we are begging them or we are asking for charity. That's their responsibility as decision maker. That's their responsibility as the global community to support everyone, and we need to demand that.